McFarland Spartan football is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Football 2018. It's Friday Night Lights, McFarland Spartan style. My name again is Bill the Big K Cather, and once again I'm going to have the honor and privilege of volunteering to bring you McFarland athletics at its best. Again, I'm a two-time cancer survivor, just living the dream of doing this. Mr. John Wells, the golden voice of McFarland athletics, and who's your usual play-by-play football announcer, is tonight finishing up his responsibilities at the Madison International Speedway. So I'll not only provide stats and commentary on tonight's contest, but I'll also do the play-by-play. And I'll do my best to keep this broadcast as informative and entertaining as possible for your viewing pleasure. In the absence of Mr. Wells, we'll be joined in the booth tonight by Mr. Andrew Garvey, a 2007 McFarland graduate who excelled in cross-country, basketball, and track, and is presently the cross-country and track coach here at McFarland High School. So I'll welcome him in a minute. You're looking live, as Brent Musburger would say, at the newly renovated synthetic turf of Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field in McFarland, Wisconsin, USA. On this Friday evening, September the 7th, 2018. Tonight's weather is reported by Mr. Al Roker of NBC, Mr. Bob Lindmeyer of ABC, and Mr. Gary Indiana Canalti of CBS is a beautiful but rather cloudy 65 degrees, 35% humidity, the dew point of 40, and winds are out of the south-southwest at about 4.5 miles per hour. So, please, while I'm going through my pregame, enjoy the McFarland High School Marching Band and their music under the direction of Mr. Ben Peterson and Mr. Joe Hartson as I continue again tonight's pregame stuff. And again, when they come up with the school song, as I do on all my broadcasts, I'll be paying a special tribute to Badger Bill Garvey, lost his battle with cancer about 5 years ago, a McFarland legend to the band program and coaching program here. What I always do, I sing the school song while the band's playing as a tribute to Badger Bill. Gone, but never forgotten. So, tonight's contest is a battle between two unbeatens. Saw even Channel 15 was out here earlier tonight, sitting at 3-0 at the top of the Rock Valley Conference. The opponent tonight, the Trojans of East Troy. They're a Division III school, enrollment of 604, coached by Mr. Jeff Crandall. The Trojans have averaged 35.3 points a game and have outscored opponents so far this year 106-20. They've averaged 431 rushing yards per game. They're led by 6'1", 179-pound senior quarterback Jake Dessert and a 6', 178-pound senior running back Dylan Yax. For your McFarland Spartans, a Division III school, enrollment of 707, and are coached by Mr. Paul Ackley. They've outscored opponents 101-48 and averaged 33.7 points a game. Spartans average 151 yards rushing a game and 103 yards passing, so they are a little more balanced than East Troy that loves to pound it on the ground. Excuse me. They are led by 6', 160-pound senior quarterback Derek Schwarting and a 5', 9-inch, 175-pound senior running back Tyson White. Last year's score in a thriller here at McFarland, East Troy won 47-42. Last week's scores, as we want to make mention of those, McFarland dumped Beloit Turner 9-7 at Turner, and East Troy was a 41-7 winner over Bigfoot. Cather's keys to tonight's ball game. First for McFarland. Number one, shut down the East Troy power running game of quarterback Dessert and running back Yax. Number two, they need to stay balanced on offense with a run and pass, time of possession. Number three, avoid penalties. And number four, avoid East Troy's big plays. One of those two runners busting a long one. For East Troy, their keys to the game, Cather's keys. First, their O-line's going to need to block really well against a stacked McFarland defense who's going to just try and shut down that powerful East Troy running game. Number two, East Troy, avoid penalties. And number three, limit McFarland's time of possession with their running game. So, the question to be answered tonight will be, who will reign at the top of the Rock Valley Conference and take a major step towards winning the 2018 Rock Valley Conference title? So we're getting real close. Time now to grab your favorite snacks and beverage, get comfy in that favorite chair or sofa, and sit back and enjoy what should be a very entertaining battle for first place and a high-scoring affair, I'm sure, on a wonderful fall evening. Next, I'd like to just mention McFarland Cable TV, Channel 982, is a function of the Village of McFarland and is producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans in attendance, desire this type of programming. I'll encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, a phone call, how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. The positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of media, State Journal, the Thistle, Cable Channel 982, as well as our village website and also our YouTube website, which is YouTube McFarland Cable. So once again, thanks for your support. And again, these games can be viewed 4 different ways. First, as you can see tonight on Cable Channel 982. Second, these games are usually live streamed at our YouTube website. However, tonight we're having issues with it with construction here of the new field and that, so we're not ready to do that. But you will be able to view this game on Saturday or Monday, starting there on our YouTube McFarland Cable website, or go to the Village website where you'll also have a link to it there. So as you can see from our camera angle here, the Spartans are ready to come onto the field. Trying to look and see what number, if we can. Who is the flag bearer? That would be number 33. I'm going to turn over to you, Andrew Garvey, who just came in the booth here to kind of help me out. Let's see, 33 is
Cordell Cloth.
Cordell Cloth. Okay, inside linebacker, we'll see a lot of Cordell tonight out of that position in that. So be interesting to see if they rotate that around or give it to a special kid, maybe who's done something special in practice during the week in that. And at them, that's quite an honor to carry your school's flag out, especially. This is the inaugural football game here on the William Rice Field and Lloyd Schneider Stadium. So a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money went into this production here. Not going to give an opinion on that.
It looks great, though.
It really does. We can call this Camp Randall South. Mini Randall out here, yes, right? But yes. No, this is beautiful what they've done with it. Great feature, great structure that I'm sure going to be used by a lot of different groups here, schools, as well as soccer teams and youth sports, etc. So great new thing here for McFarland Schools. So I'm just kind of waiting here for the entrance of the Spartans and for the East Troy Trojans. I'm sure then I'm going to get my opportunity maybe to sing the school song in memory of Badger Bill Garvey, as well as we will have our national anthem coming up here. So I'm going to let you just kind of take in the sights here. East Troy charging onto the field, coming out to midfield. You can see, we can get a camera, Benny, on the East Troy group, bouncing up and down there. They're full energy. Again, big battle tonight, 3-0 teams. Whoever comes out of this game is going to have the upper hand in winning the conference title. And here comes Cordell Cloth and your 2018 McFarland Spartans, 3-0 on the season. Off to a very nice start, dumping 2 teams that were supposed to be right up there challenging for the conference title this year, and dumping Beloit Turner. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I'm sure they're going to come to the sidelines, and then we'll probably have our national anthem.
Packed crowd with the youth teams,
yep,
and the mini poms as well. So I just saw the parking lot outside when I parked as well too. It was awesome. It's a really neat feeling as well.
So here's what we're going to do. I can see helmets being removed and that. So I'm going to ask you exactly what we're doing here is to stand at home, please. Remove your headgear, put your hand over your heart, and we'll pay tribute to the United States of America. This here, our local color guard is coming out, so please join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem conducted by William Grossman.
right again. Still the big Kate Gaitherback. And again, seated to my right tonight, or standing to my right, will be Andrew Garvey. Again, this is going to be a pleasure tonight so that, one, I don't have to talk all the time, but two, you at home don't have to turn me off or get sick and tired of hearing me talk all the time.
I wasn't laughing at you, Bill.
Yes, you were, Andrew. It's okay. John Wells does it all the time, so I'm going to welcome John. Actually, this is bad. I was hoping for rain tonight, so John get rained out at the track and beer. But no, we want this. I mean, for a battle of two undefeated teams here, this is exactly what you want. Yep. Andrew, what a great opening game, inaugural game, first game ever on this new synthetic turf.
Yeah, and McFarland East Troy, not just in basketball and other sports, but this is becoming a big rivalry.
Yep.
In the Rock Valley between these two teams, both very competitive. As you said, undefeated in conference play. They're at top of the Rock Valley, and so it's going to be exciting. I can't think of a better way to open up the new field here for the Spartans and to get good competition with East Troy as well.
We're talking about competitive. You helped coach the cross-country group. What about the East Troy cross-country runners this year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, both
two pretty strong teams, boys and girls.
Both boys and girls are ranked very high on the first week rankings. I know it's early, but they've posted some good times, so it's something to shoot for, but I know we've always had that on our radar. So it's going to be exciting, here, but obviously, as you said, for our upcoming cross-country season.
Right. All right. Teeing it up, number 5, do it all. Jake Dessert will be saying his name all night tonight. All night. Yep. 8 TDs on the year, averages 248 yards rushing from the quarterback position.
I'd say that's pretty good.
So, yeah, I think so. About 11.1 yards per carry. So tee it up. Back deep for the Spartans. Having a hard time seeing the numbers as I'm a away here at a bad angle. Dessert, send it back. On the 18-yard line. Who is it? 23. This is Donovan Hudson, number 23. Turning the ball up to about the 29-yard line. Or no, I'm sorry, that was Nicholas Hall.
Yep, Nick Hall.
Probably get those two mixed up just at the start here. So 23 will be Nick Hall, and 21 will be Donovan Hudson. Again, we'll have Derek Air Schwarting. I tell you, nicknamed him Air Schwarting. He kind of reminded me of Air Coryell back with San Diego Chargers and that. He loves to air it out. Yes. Got a lot of weapons. Tyson White sits behind him in the shotgun. And here we go. Play number 1 from White Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field. Schwarting. That's out to the flat. Nice job. And about a 10-yard toss and catch.
That was Matthew Josted on the catch.
Yep.
Really good, and you could see, East Troy was playing off, so that was a really good call. Just a nice quick pass, and made great opportunity for the run, to get the first down.
Yep. McFarland's going to sit in a spread offense tonight. And they've got different sets off this spread, and again, you're going to see it's the caught deep, and boy, was that nice pressure by number 6, Dylan Yax.
Yeah.
We'll be pronouncing his name enough on offense also behind Dessert.
That was just good pursuit right there by Yax, as you can see. It looked like Hall was trying to get the edge, get that outside, but just couldn't hold off Yax on the outside.
Right. So second down and 15, Tyson White. And again, Yax from the backside. Basically no gain for Tyson White on that. So it's going to bring up got to keep looking to my left where the old scoreboard was. We're at 3rd and 16. And I'm going to throw a wild guess here that Air Schwarting, we're going to see Derek's second air ball of the night. Which doesn't mean as it does in basketball, correct?
Yes,
you're already smiling, looking at me, right?
I was going to correct you on that, but
Schwarting back over the middle, and again looking for Nick Hall, raising his arms up, thinking there was some interference, but no flag on that. Coverage was by Nick Schwall, 6 foot, 176 pound senior, and the Spartans. After the opening first down, go 3 and out after that.
they had good momentum after that first play, but then that you know, kind of jet sweep action, you know.
JPJ, Jeremiah Price Johnson, 6 foot 190-pound junior, back in punt formation. Boot kicking it away down the right side. And a nice bounce on your artificial turf here, down to about the 24-yard line, and not allowing Ryan Nixon, 6 foot 1 inch, 160-pound sophomore, to field that punt. So, okay, I'm going to throw a couple wild guesses here. I'm just going to throw one guess. I'll bet on first down we're going to see either Yak or Dessert running the ball, because this is going to be the majority of their defense.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Spartans do. I mean, Spartans, they usually run a 3-4 defense, but I got to believe that they're going to be packing that line and just trying to shut down this defense. Dessert. 2 backs, left and right.
Also looks like Price is back there with him too.
So it's Yak and Price. Handoff. Dylan Yaks, say it's about a 5-yard gain on first down.
And up the middle right there, pretty good blocking, you know, by the East Troy, you know, front 5.
Yep. Very deliberate, good pursuit that time by actually all front 7. Tackled by Cordell Cloth that time, inside linebacker, number 33. Gain of 2 that time, and we are at 3rd and 3.
And you look at 2 in the middle, number 32, Zach Gunderson. He's only, you know, 5'7", 155, but he's on the wrestling team, and he's just a strong kid, you
Tough
know,
kid.
And gets low. You can see how low he is already.
Dessert, 3rd and 3. Keeper, 5, 6, 7. Yep, about 7 yards for Jake Dessert on his first carry of the night.
Yeah.
Well, he only got 7 yards on that. That's 4 below his average carry, 11.1.
Yeah.
Well, we're just going to see them just pounded on the ground here tonight. Let me mention McFarland's defense. We got Xavier Schreiber and Mitchell Rader at the ends. Connor Frazier at the ends. Mitchell Rader's the nose guard. I'll get through to the other guys here in a minute. I'd like to mention as many names as we can here. Telecast. Comes Dessert. 5-yard carry.
And you just see Dessert's, you know, ability, you know, just to make that one cut, and it looks like he makes that cut and just explodes, you know, for an extra 3 to 4 yards after that.
He just reads it.
Yep.
Reads it. When he sees the opening, boom. Spread out to the left here is Brendan Sullivan. Sure, not going to look too much to him. And Dessert again for, I'm going to say, about 6 yards.
We'll see if the Spartans, you know, they are in that 3-4, and hopefully, you know, Xavier, you know, when the ends for them, and also Connor Frazier, they can, you know, kind of maintain it so he doesn't break free for, you know, bigger yards on.
This offense, they just keep pounding it at you.
Yep, and you see right there.
Boy, that was about a 10-yard gain that time for.
And I mean, as you see too, East Troy has some, you know, they have some, you know, big boys on the right side, and they just keep running. It looks like, you know, all their runs have been to the, you know, that power right side so far.
Right side, you're right.
There it is again.
One. Boy, they are just going to keep pounding that, aren't they, Andrew?
Yeah.
7 more.
And that's
knocked again.
Yep. And that's you know, pretty good with that. You know, they can just keep pounding it.
And again, Andrew, this is a no-huddle offense. I mean, they're not allowing McFarland even any substitutions or anything, and they're just going to keep. This is everything pretty much right between the tackles or the ends, and it just straight ahead. Read it. There goes Dessert.
Yep.
The right guard.
It's been a heavy dose, like you said, Bill, of Dessert and Yaks. You know, they just alternate, and luckily you see McFarland making, you know, a couple subs there, which is good. They need to get
Stuck them in quick.
Need to get some fresh bodies, like you said.
Absolutely. Up coming in late, it's number 11, Xavier Shriver, who's usually a defensive end.
Yeah.
There's Dessert up the gut.
And for only about a 3-yard gain, but it's going to give them another first down.
They just keep pounding it. You know, if you keep doing 5 yards a pop right there, that's
going to be okay.
That's pretty good.
Right now I got Dessert 5 carries, 28 yards. Dylan Yachts 4 carries for 20 yards. So they're both up in that 5 to 6 yard carry average.
Yeah.
And boy, this clock is going to run fast in these games too. No stoppage of it.
There we go.
There's penetration by Cloth.
That's better.
Yep.
Like you said, they need to get that penetration, and it was great. Cordell did a really nice job trying to, find that gap, and made it through there. To try to just slow some momentum down from East Troy, because they just, they're going to keep, why throw it in the air when you just keep it on the ground and you keep averaging, 5 or 6 yards,
And they're
carry.
basically going to what's known as a 21 personnel. They have 2 backs, a tight end, 2 wide receivers, and the quarterback sitting in the shotgun.
Yep.
And they just will pound it. Dessert. Yep, that's going to be another first down and about an 8-yard. I can't even call these scampers. These are just find the little gap and
make a cut and go on up.
Make a cut and turn it up the field.
Yep, but it's been to the right side again. I haven't seen a run to the left.
We have not. You're right. Absolutely.
I mean, you look at the size over there on that right side for East Troy. 3rd and 1 though. Stick
right
with the bread and butter.
Side. Oh my goodness! And there goes Dessert, and he's in for 10
pushing
and keep pushing. He's going to wind up close to the goal line, down to the 1-yard line.
And Bill, I might make a prediction that they're probably just going to keep it with Dessert on the ground.
I agree. He won't even hand it off down here deep.
Nope.
So we've got 56 and 50. I'm going to get the size of those guys on the right-hand side of that line. You get a chance here. Dessert just checking his wristband. Sure it's going to be. Handed the ball off, and touchdown for Dylan Yachts, the 1-yard run. And boy, that took, we're at 5:02, Andrew. That was a 6-minute and 58-second drive.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, that was almost effortless.
Yeah, they just need I think, McFarland. Oh, here's the PAT from number 4. That's Brett Wojciechowski right there. And that was good. To make,
just call him Wojo.
Wojo. To make the score East Troy 7, McFarland nothing.
Right. Well, we can see one of my keys to the game was time of possession in that, and you can see what East Troy does. They just pound you and pound you and pound you. And now after playing defense and getting pounded for 7 minutes, now you got to turn around a lot of these kids and try and get some energy back and put it into the offense end here. It's a tough call. I mean, these guys are big. Well, let me just give you some size here. 56, John Marschke, 5'10", 257, a senior offensive lineman. Number 50, Logan Roberts, 6 feet, 208. Gosh, I wanted to see who else is there. Jacob Price was in an end, 6'3", 194. We'll have to get a couple other numbers just so you can see what the McFarland kids are being faced with up front there. And again, this is basically, doesn't seem to be any trap blocking or anything else. I mean, this is just straight ahead power, just
power to the right side.
There was not one run. Nothing came to the left side there.
Maybe Dessert or Yachts maybe cut it back to the left once, but it was all to the right side.
So, Mr. Do Everything, Dessert kicking off now again. Ball coming back.
It looks like Nick
Hall
right
again,
there.
Trying to get outside. And good, staying alive. And finally coming up, nice return up to about the 39-yard line by Nick Hall. And again, the tackle made by number 30, Brandon Bakken, who is our second leading tackler, a 5 foot 10 inch, 187-pound senior. All right, let's see what the Spartans do this time. Again, McFarland on offense, use the spread offense. It's either an 11, which is 2 backs, a tight end, 2 wide receivers, or they'll go with a 10, where they go 1 back in the backfield with Schwarting and 4 wideouts, and that's what you're seeing right now. Spread offense, number 10, and it's the run-pass option in our newest terminology, RPO.
That was Jeremiah Price Johnson, who was in the backfield this time.
Yep. 6 foot, 190-pound junior.
It looks like him and Tyson maybe exchange, during that time, but they both have been very productive backs, for the Spartan offense right now.
Yes, they have. Schwarting, 2nd and 8. We're at 4:24 left in your first quarter. Schwarting airing it out over the middle. Oh, nice pitch and catch. And there's airborne Derek Schwarting hitting Nick Hall. The 32-yard line.
Nick looks a little shaken up after that, but he's a tough kid.
Beautiful pitch and catch, 38-yard gain to Nick Hall.
This looked like straight shot right down the gap.
Boy, gotta like that. That was a beautifully thrown ball, leading Nick right over the middle, and first down Spartans on the East Troy 32-yard line. There's Schwarting starting to warm it up. He's going to the end zone. Oh!
He had him.
And he had Connor Frazier wide open.
I think it was Reese.
Was that Reese Samuel? Okay, I'm sorry.
But just overshot him.
Yep.
Just overshot him.
Yep,
he got excited.
He would like that back, I'm sure. As well as everybody here would. So it's all right. 2nd and 10. Take a deep breath. Get it back. I'm sure Derek was feeling very good after hitting that 38-yarder. Like you said, a little adrenaline flowing a little bit. Rolling left.
Ooh.
Throwing back to his right. Uh-oh. And, wow. And what is the official going to call on that? Interesting call.
Interception.
We don't have replay capability, do we?
No, we do not. But I thought
that would be an interesting one, because he intercepted it, but I believe they said he was down because he hit the ground, and when he hit the ground, the ball popped up
then.
Right up into McFarland. Here we go. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Let's look and see what happens if he hits the ground after he intercepts it. Now the question would be, did it hit the ground, and did he have possession when he hit the ground?
That replay, which was great, by the way, you hear the rule like completing the catch, right? There's always that iffy rule with that, but it didn't look like you saw the ball clearly hit the ground
as he fell back. Yep. I don't think he had possession when he hit the ground.
I think
it popped out, but
unfortunate break, but we got to roll with it. So
big time for the defense to step up here, buried deep back at the 6-yard.
That's how you started off.
Nice pursuit that time. I believe that was Reese Samuel.
Yes, that was. That was good pursuit, and that's good. You need to get that. You need to get that stop on 2nd down to make it a little bit longer, more manageable. 2nd and 10 is way more better than 2nd and 3.
Yep, we got that right. So, come on, Spartans, dig in. This would be nice to make East Troy punt out of their own end zone. Dessert again, just following the block. Again, starting to stack it up. That was only about a 1-yard gain there.
And that was Cam Schaff on the tackle right there, along with his other buddies up front. I'm glad, it looks like they're making that adjustment, shifting right a little bit, but be prepared for them to start coming left.
There's a lot of room over here to the left.
Yes, there is, but hey, until you run it left, then you can move that way.
Absolutely. Fans stomping on the bleachers, and there we come left, just like we said, but nice job by the Spartans. Gang tackling, good reaction. Call off about 4 or 5 names there. Zach Mauer in on the tackle, amongst others. Number 20, Carson Werwinski in on that tackle. Along with about 2 or 3 others. So
I don't know. It might look like Dessert holding his right arm there. It looks like, or
We'll watch it, Andrew.
Yep.
See, he's back in punt formation.
Well, he's jack of all trades for them, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Boy, is that a nice
catch.
punt. And a good reception by Reese Samuel. And they'll start on the East Troy Trojan 45-yard line. So, I think switching field position here.
Yeah.
Be good time for the Spartans. Knock one in here. We're at 2:11 left to go in the first quarter. Again, 7-0. East Troy on top on a 1-yard run by Dylan Yax at the 5:02 mark of the first quarter. March straight down the field. By number 16 screwing into the game late. Jacob Price. Herr Schwarting again down the middle. He's got him, and that is Reese Samuel, 45-yard touchdown strike from the captain of Herr Schwarting, Derek Schwarting. Boy, what a strike. And what I like about Reese Samuel, didn't get too excited, just watched the ball into his arms and then straight to the goal line. So let's see if Carson Werwinski here can knot it up at the 2:04 mark.
Well, you just saw, great call by Coach Willikett right there as well.
Yep.
You put Reese on that deep, that deep cut in right there. No safety over the top for East Troy, and the rest was history for Reese.
Yep.
And the kick is good for
Carson Werwinski.
Carson Werwinski, number 20 right there, to tie up the game 7-7 with how much time left? I got to look. 2:04 left in the first quarter.
2:04. I figured both these teams, East Troy averaging 35 a game, McFarland 33 a game. So we're going to see if these point totals start to roll up here. I even saw Channel 15 was out here at the pregame. So big game in the area tonight is right here. Because again, whoever wins this ball game is going to have the real upper hand in winning the conference here. So this is boy, what a good start. Let me just mention a couple other things here. Our helpers tonight. This is an Andrew A-Day, the mastermind of cable network here in town, an Andrew Day production. Also tonight helping us, Smiling Ryan Denzer. We've got BB, Benny Bex. So we are a threesome here tonight. Doing an excellent job. And also tonight we've got replay. What are we looking at here?
It's right down below, right outside. So that's outside of.
Oh, really? So we got a camera outside. So for those people that couldn't get into the stadium tonight, we've even got a big screen outdoors. You saw like World Cup soccer, all the people. We've got the Spartan experience outside. We're the total
experience.
Spartan total experience outside, something new. So it's just too bad we didn't get our YouTube hookup tonight so that people could view it. But again, this will be able to be viewed Saturday or next Monday, starting there on our YouTube McFarland Cable website or the Village of McFarland website. So Carson Werwinski to tee it up. 2:04 left to go in your first quarter. 7-7 here in a battle of two unbeatens. 3-0 East Troy Trojans and 3-0 McFarland Spartans. Werwinski, nice deep boot, fielded about the 12-yard line. And I believe that was Jacob Price, 6'3", 194-pound senior. That looked, yes, it was. I knew that was a big body in a tall person.
Yeah, but with the tackle, though, that was Andrew Atwell, the senior.
And Andrew Atwell's size is 5'3", 115 listed in your program.
So he went low and absorbed the hit from Price, but was able to take him down with that.
Fundamentals, right?
Yes.
Fundamentals. Have a big heart. Smart player. And anything is possible. Dessert. Backfield starting from their own 19-yard line. Handoff this time. About a 5-yard gain for Dylan Yax.
You saw right there too. That's if East Troy gets 5 yards, and it looks like they have 6 or 7 on that. That's what's gonna get that momentum rolling. So hopefully McFarland can get that
Andrew?
Stop on that first down.
Right side, right side, right side. exchange problem, and that will definitely help the Spartans. Again, you can see East Troy does not like the third down long yardage situations.
No.
Because they do not like to put the ball in the air. I think this year, Dessert's 5 for 13, 39% on the year. 1 touchdown and 1 interception, so only throwing 13 passes. Gonna go back.
Oh.
Boy, he threw a nice pass, but just a little wide on the sidelines.
But there's a flag on the play right on our close sideline right here. But it looks like it's going to be against East Troy.
You can spot these, Andrew, because you're watching the field and I have to watch our monitor. That's the way that I picked this up. So
Illegal motion.
Yep, declined and forcing East Troy into another punting situation. And field the ball here, and Spartans with a chance possibly to grab the lead.
I mean, that's huge momentum. You saw that first down play, gain of 7 yards. Luckily, miscommunication right there, and then forcing Desert to throw the ball.
Right. Not the best punt in the world. Ooh, get away from it.
That was
very close.
Eric Anderson was close on that one, but no harm, no foul, as they say in that, It was very close with that. That's one of those tricky punts, when it comes shorts like that. You're looking at your deep man to see if he calls you off or not, and
communication, Andrew. You got to communicate.
Yeah. But luckily.
Saw it last night in the Eagles game with Atlanta. They almost threw it away at the end on almost a play like that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and a good call. Pick up a free 5 yards. That's the type of coaching that I like to see, too. First penalty of the ball game that was been accepted, a 5-yarder.
Is making East Troy jump with those hard snap counts right there.
Yep. Schwarting, let's see if that changes the play call or if Schwarting's going to put it up. He's going to put it up again. He's going for all of it.
Oh, what a catch.
Whoa. And a great catch by Reese Samuel. If we could play that back, East Troy might complain. I see the 22 right there. Zach Wendorf is going to complain of a push-off. 5'7", 130-pounder. No match for Samuel. No. Here's the replay. Now watch it. Oh, we didn't catch. Yeah, let's see if there's a little push-off.
No, there wasn't.
Nope, guess not. Boy, great look into his hands, and McFarland first down.
That was just a great throw by Schwarting there, just to give Reese the opportunity to go up, and that's the mismatch that they're looking at.
Yeah, height-wise.
Just
Jeremiah Price Jensen. Yep.
Just ran out of real estate there. He's too much east to west, needs a little more north to south. You thought he might have, breaking that first tackle, could have, punched it up a little bit further, but, just kept going a little too far to the sideline there.
Right. You're hoping that you kind of see ahead of you, and if you know you're going to lose, just turn it up and get back what you can and get out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. We are at 3, 2, 1. We are at the end of the first quarter. I think that's what the Spartans are just going to wait. So very entertaining first quarter of this ball game tonight here, Andrew, on the new turf at Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field. In that, we have a tie ball game, 7-7. Scoring recap in the first quarter. At 5:02 mark of the first quarter, a 1-yard run by Dylan Yax. Extra point by Brett Wojciechowski. East Troy 7, McFarland nothing. Then at the 2:04 mark, Eric Schwarting struck the captain on a 45-yard pass to Reese Samuel. Carson Werwinski the extra point, and we are at our present score tied at 7-7 right now. So very entertaining. It was good to see that after getting pounded in that first drive that East Troy put together, that Spartans came back strong and did a nice job. I just want to point out also in the McFarland offensive line here, we've got we have Drew Mickelson, Drew Mickelson, 6'4", 290-pound senior. We have Jack Hovland, a 5'11", 225-pound senior. Mitch Rader, a 5'9", 260-pound senior. We have Bryce Thompson, a 5'10", 220-pound junior, and Henry Byers, a 5'10", 200-pound senior. So a lot of experience in that line, 4 seniors,
yes,
and a junior, and some pretty good size of our own.
Yeah, and we got to point out too, they're giving Schwarting pretty good protection
yes,
out there as well too, and also the running backs I think are coming in as well. You know.
Boy, I'm looking at Big John Skinner, number 89, 6 feet, 299 pounds.
Yeah.
There, number 89. For East Troy, coming up the guts. Schwarting, rolling right, throwing
got
it to
someone.
then dropped. Donovan Hudson in his arms, heading right towards the marker over there. Right at the pylon. I thought we had one there.
Yep. That roll to the right was good. It might have just been a tad off, off target, you could say, but one of those, just try to give your receiver the opportunity to pull that in, and so.
Absolutely. We're coming 3 wides left. Cather terminology, this would be a McFarland overload, like the Oreo overload. You can get down a Culver's sometimes, right? We have wide receiver overload left here. I gotta love this person. Oh, right up the gut. Beautiful call. Xavier Schreiber, 6'2", 190-pound junior, and a beautiful toss. Air Schwarting, lighten it up.
And I think part of what opened that up is sending Jeremiah in motion to the right side. That drew some of the coverage over to that right
Absolutely.
side, and then that opened the middle wide open. And you knew Schwarting was looking right at the middle for Xavier. Right when he saw that, right when he saw the defense move to the right. Beautiful play call, beautiful execution. Werwinski with the extra point right here.
Big extra point.
And the kick is good.
So 9 seconds. 9 seconds into the second quarter, the Spartans have taken a 14-7 lead in your battle for first place in the Rock Valley Conference.
And that's how you want to start off the second quarter with that too.
I'd say.
That's having that rollout pass, dropping that, but then coming right back the very next play. And that's what I love with this, the confidence, just to keep going to the air, even throwing an interception early in that first quarter, or I should say the questionable interception. But it's an interception. You got to do what the refs call, it is. Can't go back with it. But nonetheless, keep doing what the Spartans are doing, and that's their strength, is going to the air with that.
Very good. I love your analysis in your final game that you'll be broadcasting, as you'll be removed by the Wisconsin Officials Association after you.
Oh, come on.
Just having some fun. You wouldn't believe. John Wells just buries me at times on these telecasts. We just have a lot of fun with it. No, I agree. I saw the same thing as you did, Andrew.
And coaching basketball, I've never questioned an official before either. So.
And you always start with what word?
Sir.
Sir.
I always do.
Gee, where'd you get that from?
Yeah, I know. I learned from 2 wise men.
All right, kick up by Werwinski, and ouch, that hurts. That's going to give them a little bit too good of field possession. Oh, world's oldest ball boy and cheerleader, Mike Friedel on the sideline there, picking up the ball. Again, I got to mention a couple of things. Your ball boys are Paul Morris, Cade Rux, and Brandon Dwyer. T-girls, Julia Ackley and Sari Krogman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sarai.
Okay, thank you. Athletic trainer Jay Hansen, statistician Chad Paley, and Mitch Rognes. And just try and mention as many names as we can on these broadcasts. All these people deserve to be mentioned. Dessert starting from his own 35-yard line. Nice tackle. About a 3-yard gain. Nice job. Cordell Groth. And
you also
Tyson
saw
White,
Tyson White coming in as well too. So
Boy, they've kind of slowed down the energy that East Troy came out with. That first drive was way too easy.
Making some good adjustments right there.
Yes, they are. That's what this is all about. I don't care in any sport. You need to see what the other team's doing, and then just Dessert, pitch it out to Price, kind of back up, and a nice rumble for about 9 yards by Jacob Price, and that's going to be a East Troy first down.
And they went to the left side that time.
Yes,
one of their few times that they've done that.
Yep. Well, I just don't see why very noticeable trending, because that's what a lot of this stuff is. Trends you study on film and that. Okay, Dessert back in the shotgun. He's going to take it up off the right guard, and Dessert about a 4-yard gain, 5-yard gain by the time they finally blew the play dead. 12 carries for 62 yards so far in the first half for Jake, Mr. Do-Everything Dessert. He said he's rushed for he averages 248 yards a game. Wow, from the quarterback position. So, out of the shotgun, Dessert. Coming right, trying to get to the outside.
There we go.
And nice low form tackle that time.
That was number 1. That was Cam Schaff right there.
Cam Schaff again. Boy, form tackle. You got to love the fundamentals on that.
And that was Dessert the whole way. He wasn't even looking for Yachts, and it was. So this is very manageable third down for East Troy, but let's see if McFarland can get in there and get some more pursuit.
Yep.
Ooh, that's going to be close.
That is going to be real close. I think the official on this sideline might give it to him, Andrew.
Yep,
guy on the far sideline standing right on the chains, and Yachts is going to move it with a 4-yard gain, and that is going to be a first down East Troy.
And you saw the initial hit there by number 33, Cordell Cloth. He had him behind that first down marker, but just so strong, Yachts is.
Yachts, yep. First and 10, 44-yard line. Dessert for about 4 yards.
Going to the right side again.
Yep. Got to mention our lines people over there too tonight. We have Mr. Dan Frank, Mr. Arlen Halverson, and Mr. Jerry Herbst. All right, the chain gang tonight. Told Dan Frank that I make sure that we mention
give him
them
a shout
tonight.
out.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people help out with with these games.
I'll tell you, concessions, supervisors, you name it.
The ticket sales,
programs that are made up. And there we're going to have procedure. Number 54 got caught leaning, and I don't even have a 54 in our program.
Yep.
That'll help. That will now make it 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 from the 46-yard line of McFarland. We're at 8:40 left to go here in the first half. 14-7, your McFarland Spartans in the lead. Again, in the battle for the top spot in the Rock Valley Football Conference. Dessert going right. Found a little opening, and Dessert's off to the races. Brought down by Cordell Cloth again.
And you just see his strength, coming on the right side.
You can see it.
It's very hard for one person to take him down.
Right. So he's now at 15 carries for 80 yards the first half. First down from the McFarland 31-yard line. Boy, and you could see the problem there that was faced by the defensive end. If he didn't come and get Dessert, then the pitch was going out to Price. And 7-yard gain for Dessert.
And yeah, that's just running that little option play right there with Dessert and Yachts. That's
the RPO. That's run pass option.
Dynamic duo right there.
However, theirs is more just an RR run option. It's just a matter of who's going to run it.
Yes.
It kind of turned a little bit sideways. And let's see, did Yax pick it up? Yes, he did. Got 4 yards on the carry. He's rushed 9 times for 36 yards in the first half. Kind of, we're starting to see what East Troy did in their initial drive in this game, Andrew.
Yeah. This is, I think,
They've gone back to just the power football.
Just trying to slow McFarland down, but, with that no huddle still, and just pound it. Oh,
then
bad
there's
snap.
the break they needed.
Oh! Is McFarland on it?
I think McFarland's.
I think McFarland's on it.
No. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Boy, because Dessert, I didn't think he could get back to the ball.
I didn't think so either. And you saw that initial. I think it was Xavier who was there too. Just saw that.
And the ball was down
right
by
here.
his feet.
Oh no, it was Connor Frazier.
Oh yeah.
It went right through
Frazier.
Connor's.
Yep.
Oh, and you see Connor too.
I gotta love this idea of instant replay that we've got now. This is wonderful because we got questionable calls in that. Thanks a lot, Andrew A-Day, the mastermind. And smiling Ryan
right
Denzer.
back on the ground.
And Benny Becks. Oh my goodness. And Dessert just keeps going and going.
So he got those yards back that he lost to make it, you could call it a manageable 3rd and 10 now.
Yep. Andrew, this is wonderful. Do you have the replay? Yeah, this is great. I'm loving this. All right.
Well, I was going to say you're welcome, but you were talking to the other Andrew, Bill, so.
Yeah. Well, I saw you patting yourself on your own back, so.
Yeah.
Dessert. Form tackle by Tyson White, but that's about a 14-yard pickup that time by Dessert.
Oh, wait, there is a play. A flag on the play, though, so it looks like it might be coming back.
That would be a kill. No,
nope.
East Troy's clapping their hands, so I don't think they'd be clapping if it was coming back. So. Looks like almost defensive holding or something from the official. It almost appears that he was kind of like holding onto a jersey or something. You can see that Coach Ackley's
trying to get some,
But at least you like that. At least an explanation
holding,
was given. It was defensive holding.
Defensive holding. Some more clarification with that. But then you see, look at East Troy's right back up there, and they're ready to go.
Yep, absolutely. Dessert, he isn't even going to hand the ball off. And that is going to be a 3-yard touchdown run.
And that kind of, blew the wind out of the sails, as they say. But East Troy tying it back up, with those
not
big.
Not yet, Andrew. We still have
not
the
yet.
extra
Sorry,
point.
I can't rush into things.
It's
waiting to tie it up. I will correct myself.
Patience.
I know.
And good by Brett Wojciechowski. And 14-14. And this game is living up to its billing, I would say, Andrew.
Yes.
This is just wonderful. Hey, I was wondering if you could make a mention here of, because not only is this, we're in a football broadcast here, but there are a lot of other sports and a lot of other kids here that are participating in our various other activities and that. I'm going to have Andrew just run down the list of coaches and the other events that are going on right now, or activities that kids are participating in. And what I'd really like to see people do is, if you see these kids around town, tell them how much you like, what they're doing, or get out to some of these events.
Yes.
Get to a swim meet, go to a cross country run. If you've never been to some of these things, I think you'll find them very, very exciting. So, Andrew, do you want to just run down them and make any comments you'd like to with the coaches?
Well, last night the field was actually open last night with boys soccer, and Brett Gorzalak, who's the boys soccer coach, taking that program over. I'm not sure who they played, but I know that they won last night to open up the new field turf here.
Neat. So they played
Bigfoot last night, and they did beat Bigfoot. So in the conference. And they did beat that in the conference game right there as well, too.
I'll get you at some point in time. I'll just have you read down the coaches and some of the other activities.
Perfect. I'll keep that sheet here then.
Okay, do that, please. Thank you. Boy, we're a nice, polite team, aren't we? Oh, this is so much fun. Yep.
It's Jeremiah.
Yep. JPJ getting it up to about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. East Troy thinking the ball kind of popped loose in there, but no indication there was a fumble. I believe he was down. Getting up a little slowly. But off. So your McFarland Spartans going to start out on their own 33-yard line after East Troy just tied our ball game here. We're at 5:35 left to go in the first half. Very entertaining, 14 all. You'd expect nothing less of two teams 3-0 playing for first place in the Rock Valley Conference tonight. The captain, Derek of Air Schwarting. Pass out to the flat. Uh-oh, pick it up. Boy, Tyson White, you got to be careful of that. That was pretty close to a fumble.
Yeah.
That was almost a backwards
pass with that. And if it was, then
if we had replay. No, that's okay. We'll let that one go. But that was very close. So smart by Tyson White to still continue to pick that up. 2nd and 10 Spartans from their own 33. Uh-oh. And we have movement, I believe that time, by Drew Mickelson, left tackle. They moved back 5, and now we're going to 2nd and 15 for the Spartans going the wrong direction. One thing you just don't want to do here is no mistakes.
Hopefully they can regroup from this play and get a little momentum going to make it a more manageable 3rd down here.
This is a spread 11 offense. 2 backs, 2 wide receivers. Yep.
That was good.
Nice throw out. Matthew Josnat.
That was good because you saw East Troy's corners. You were playing a little more off, and Jostad just did a little curl route right there and then was able to get a little more momentum.
Manageable. Yes. 3rd and 6 for the Spartans. Tyson White standing there with Derek. Will he air it out here? The captain of Air Schwarting. I'm going to say he's going to throw this ball, Andrew.
Trips to the right.
Yep. That's the McFarland overload.
Right down the middle.
And
get going, Nick.
Nick Hall, cuts it back and down to the 5-yard line. And
that was a beautiful pitch and catch there. Beautiful pitch and catch. Nick Hall.
58 yards on that reception.
And you see McFarland's just going right up there trying to get those play calls from the sideline, but beautiful getting past that secondary and then using his speed and that cutback as well too to get a couple extra yards.
Beautiful pass by the captain. Up the gut, Tyson White down to about the 1-yard line, 4-yard gain for Tyson. That's only his 2nd carry, I believe, of the night. Haven't been doing much on the ground, I can tell you this.
No.
Not much at all on the ground. So these are contrasting offenses. White up the gut again. And did he get in? I haven't seen a signal yet.
Nope. It's really close.
I believe the 25 officials that are right below our booth here had called that a touchdown, but nope. Officials on the field say no. Going again. And they still are not signaling this official on the far side. They are not giving it to him yet. And we are going to 4th down.
4th down. And let's see if they just do, a little up the gut, or if they just do a QB sneak here. Not sure what they're doing
maybe,
here.
I don't know. Does Derek ever go under center? I guess not. He sits back in the shotgun. I mean, it wouldn't take much to just.
We'll find out.
I don't know what they'll call here. Boy, because we've kind of misfired on a couple.
Bringing Nick over to the other side, sending him in motion.
I believe it's going to be Tyson White following that.
Oh, what a call.
What a great call.
What a call.
The fake dive and the pitch back to JPJ. Jeremiah Price Johnson. The 1-yard touchdown run. And the Spartans are going to go back on top.
What
Boy,
a
beautiful call. Boy, it's good he got that pitch out right at the last second. Beautiful.
East Troy was just, they were anticipating, they knew they were going to run it, and they ran it up the middle 3 straight times, and so they just went all out in the middle, and a beautiful play call, beautiful execution there. Pitch, walked in. Extra point by Werwinski. It is up and no good. He pushed it left, wide to the left. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt the Spartans.
Boy, those are the little things, aren't they, Andrew?
Yep.
That you kind of a lot of people take for granted.
Yep.
Right?
I would take for granted, but no. So hopefully, but that was great.
Yep.
Great
Andrew,
play calling right there.
let's get you in with these other activities here.
Okay, so I just mentioned the boys soccer now.
Yep.
Girls swimming is my sister, Jessica Garvey, who's also a math teacher here at the high school. They've been having a great season so far. They had a huge dual meet against Madison Edgewood, and they beat them. And then they just had another meet, a relay meet, and they tied them. So Madison Edgewood is the reigning state champs, and the girls team took 3rd last year. So that will be a big competition coming up.
Yep.
Trish Fortune is a really unique year. She has both of her daughters on the varsity squad this year, which is really exciting for her, but also for that girls team.
I can tell you what, we got a big game coming up with East Troy, who's always powerful too.
Always
big volleyball
powerful
game, so check the date on that if you can get into the gym that night.
I know they've been playing in a lot of tournaments and starting conference play and doing very well right now.
Yep.
And we also have Chris Dirk, who's been the girls golf coach for the past couple of years now.
Julie Gaffney with girls tennis.
Yeah. It's actually Todd Lacey now.
Oh, is Todd doing the girls too?
Todd is doing the girls as well.
Good for him. Oh man, Wisconsin Tennis Division II Coach of the Year last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Great reward for a great man.
Yeah, big addition.
Wonderful coach in person, Todd
That's a
Lacey.
much better kick right there on that last kickoff.
Boy, and up the gut to the 32-yard line goes 32, Quentin Chauvel. Or no, I'm sorry, that was number 10, Brady Dessert. Jake Dessert's brother, sophomore, 6'1", 160 pounds. All right, so Spartans recaptured the lead there at the 3:40 mark of the second quarter. 3:36 left to go in the first half. McFarland 20, East Troy 14. Dessert again sitting back in the eye. Soft right guard, he just wants to keep pounding it there, about 5 more yards. Let's throw a wild guess. Jake Dessert, first half, 19 carries, 111 yards so far.
That's pretty.
Do you think he's got a little hot tub in his house or something? I think when he goes home after these games, that body's taking a lot of punishment.
Yes, or a big ice bath as well too.
A big ice. I think I'd prefer a nice, relaxing, hot tub.
Look at that, just up the right side once again.
Yep.
That right side for East Troy just has been, opening up some really big running holes for Dessert and Yachts right there.
Yep.
And so they just keep picking up, that average 5 to 6 yards a carry on that.
Josh Marshman's over there too, 6'6", 202.
Yeah, a lot of size. That was better by the.
If they don't carry a lot of weight, they got a lot of height. So some big bodies.
That was better. That was better penetration by that front three, and moving those linebackers up as well too for the Spartans. To kind of, slow those blocks down, as you could say.
Right. I'm going to tell you here too, as we come up upon halftime and that, we're just going to sit back and Andrew and I are going to take a little break here, and you can just watch. Maybe I believe the dance team might be on the field at halftime and listen to the band, and we'll be back for the second half. Dessert.
This is a big third down coming up right now for the Spartans. So my guess is, though, Bill, that they're keeping it on the ground and getting that going to the right side with Dessert.
I think your savings account and everything is safe in making that bet, Andrew. I don't think there are any fears that he's going to put this ball up in the air.
There we go.
Boy, and he's going to come up short.
But this is a tricky call for East Troy if they're going to be going for it.
Midfield. We're at $1:38, and a timeout has been called by
The Spartans.
McFarland. Huh. I guess to get your defense set, but I guess we'll kind of find out. Anything else you wanted to mention on those other activities, Andrew? About your own?
Yep. So, Todd Lacey doing the girls and also assisting is Patrick Toohey, one of the high school teachers here. And then myself and Scott Fisher are co-head coaches for the boys and girls cross-country team going into our second year. We have a meet tomorrow morning in River Valley. So a big meet there, second meet of the season. But that's where we'll also run sectionals at the end of October as well too. So
good. Get a chance to see
looking forward to that. But no, all these head coaches, have put in a lot of time over the summer, as and with different contact days, different camps that they put on as well, and then starting before the school year, I know the girls tennis and golf team have over half of their season done before school even starts. Right. So no, it's a big time commitment, but all these coaches along with myself, and just really enjoy it because as you did it as well too, we're here for the kids and enjoying it that way. So it's I always love the fall, especially these cooler nights too, because this reminds me of that good cross country weather, as you know. So.
Absolutely.
So no, all the coaches.
My two guys did it and both got a lot out of it.
Yeah, no, all these head coaches, great teachers, great staff, and great people as well. So
4th and 2, $1:38 to go in the first half. Dessert back in the shotgun.
Ooh,
and I kind of think that, we kind of knew that he was going to take the ball, and that was about a 6-yard run.
And it looked like that initial contact was right at that first down line, but
boy, you're
not going to stop him going head on head, know.
That was a little mini semi coming right at you, and that's.
He just uses that momentum and stays. You saw he almost like trucked him down.
Clock running, $1:20 left to go in the first half. Take the pitch, cutting it up, and another 8-yard gain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're going to like these statistics when I give them to you at halftime for Dessert.
Yeah.
My goodness. I was talking with one of the East Troy coaches, too. Where's he going to school next year? Still undecided.
Oh.
So, does not know. Great all-around athlete.
Yeah. That was good pursuit
There's excellent pursuit and no gain.
And that was good. It looked like number 6, Reese Samuels, right on that outside there. He was the one who got first there to Dessert, to kind of slow him down, and then he had help from his friends.
Right.
With that.
East Troy timeout with 47 seconds left in the first half. Again, scoring summary. In the second quarter, at the end of the first quarter, it was East Troy 7, McFarland 7. In the second quarter, we were 9 seconds into the second quarter when we had a 16-yard pass from Derek Schwarting to Xavier Schreiber. Extra point was good by Carson Werwinski, and McFarland took a 14-7 lead 9 seconds into the second quarter. Then at the 5:44 mark, on a 3-yard run by Jake Dessert, extra point by Derek Wojciechowski, tie scored at 14-all. And then, just a short while ago at the 3:40 mark, a 1-yard run by JPJ, Jeremiah Price Johnson, the 6-foot, 190-pound junior. Extra point was no good by Carson Werwinski, but your McFarland Spartans now holding on to a 20-14 lead. Again, 47 seconds left to go until halftime. Jake Dessert from his own 35-yard line, or from McFarland's 35-yard line.
Play action.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a flag.
And that's going to be a flag on Tyson White, and probably a great job by Tyson White.
Maybe saving 6 points right there. So
could have been.
And East Troy, that play action, that play set up, because they've just been running it and running it and running
Absolutely.
it. And so it was just a matter of time before they did that play action pass, and that's all you can do is, literally grab the guy from the back to slow him down.
Just kind of like you just grabbed me, the back of my...
Well, I had to demonstrate.
Yeah, you were demonstrating. Andrew, if we get a camera here, I'm taking a beating in the booth. He's showing me how guys are blocking and holding.
Someone's got to demonstrate it.
God, I'm the one. I'm going to have to go home for a sauna or an ice bath tonight after. My wife's going to go, yep, Andrew, right? And I said, yep.
Yeah.
Loves to live in the moment.
Sydney will probably be thanking me for that as well, too.
Hey, again, at halftime tonight, let me read down this. I'm not sure if our dance team is. Yes, they are. They're down below us. So here are the members of the McFarland dance team. First, the coaches are Lexi and Amber Schradel. Dance team members, Caitlin Ackley, Maria Cafalista da Silva, Jamie Curtin, McKinley Dennis, Danielle Dorn, Liliana Gallegos, Mackenzie Guillen, Anna Jorgensen, Sammy Heckel, Brooke Patchen, Jewel Shershak, Tara Shershak, Christy Zhang. And the captains are Tara Shershak and Anna Jorgensen and Danielle Dorn. I'll tell you what, they put in a lot of hours and a lot of time too. So please, when you see them around town or something else, tell them how much you appreciate what they're also doing as part of the McFarland school system and that. So you'll be able to see them at halftime because, again, we are going to step out here and you can listen to the band, watch the dance team, and everybody's going to take a break here. But we will have the cameras on the field, and we'll be back with you for the second half. Bill Cather, the Big K, and Andrew Garvey. McFarland taking a timeout. Also, a special feature I did last year, which I will do during one timeout in the second half. It's called a Big K Reflection.
Oh.
I get a chance.
Those are always good.
I get to reflect on life and athletics. So it's a little thing that I did last year, and I'd like to kind of revisit it again this year. I think there are some valuable lessons that we can all take away from this, whether you're a participant, whether you're here as a parent, whether you're here just as a spectator, whether you're here as a sportscaster or helping with the production, if you're here from another community or whatever else. There's a lot of life lessons being learned here, and I hope by everybody, not just the kids on the field, but I think everybody can take away a lot of neat things here that can, I'm going to word it this way, it might sound cheesy, but make this a better world, Andrew, Because thank God we need more better things happening in this world that we're living in today. A little shout out also to our former athletic director watching at home tonight, Mr. Brad Minter, a McFarland legend. So I hope you're enjoying this, Brad. Shout out to you for all the things you still continue to do to help out McFarland athletics and all you did in the past. You're a wonderful man and a Basketball Hall of Fame member. Desser thrown to the end zone, and that's going to be out of play. No good.
But you can see, though, that's a good matchup for East Troy because they do Price, who's 6'1", and going against 6'3".
6'3", 194.
Yep, and then going against Viwick, who's 5'7".
Right.
So different, little mismatch for McFarland, but Viwick is a tough, quick kid out there, so can hold his own.
Yep, 3rd and 10, 29 seconds left in your first half. McFarland 20, East Troy 14. That's what I feared. Coming back, cut back by Dessert, and he's going to have a first down. 22 seconds left.
And that's what makes him so dangerous. You see, they're going to the air, but he doesn't see anything open. He can just use his legs and, pick up that first down.
Yep. Send everybody deep, clear out an area, and away he goes. You got him one-on-one from the 9-yard line. Dessert off right guard, and he is into the end zone on a 9-yard touchdown run. And boy, that's a killer, Andrew, with 8 seconds left in your first half.
And you're thinking too, with that pass, that went out of bounds, that McFarland might get the stop that they need and, see if they can hold him for a field goal. But Dessert just overpowering, he took control of that drive.
Yes, he did.
And the extra point, is no good. He pushed it left as well, too. So both kickers with one PAT.
I hate to say it, Andrew.
Missed.
Are we going to be headed for overtime here tonight?
I don't know. That might be foreshadowing something. So
both teams here, we are sitting at 20-20. I said at the start of the telecast here, East Troy averages 35 points a game, McFarland 33. So on an average, right now we are sitting at a 40-40 final right now. So what an entertaining game, and two contrasting styles. I mean, McFarland doing almost everything through the air. I mean, these pass completions of McFarland are 10 yards, 10 yards, 36, 58, 45, 35, and 16, and 5. Those are the yardages of completed passes from Schwarting to Schreiber to Samuel to Hall to Jostad. I mean, long passes. And then you get over to the other side of the ledger, the East Troy ledger, which has Dessert. 27 carries, 153 yards in the first half. Dylan Yax, 10 carries for 38 yards. I mean, you're seeing just two opposites here, but very interesting to watch the two different styles. And you can see both teams are doing what has made them successful.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they don't like to vary much from what's
well, why change something that works,
Absolutely.
Right?
So
this is Wojciechowski kicking now.
Oh, he's going to kick it deep. And fielded by Tyson White at the 8-yard line. This could end the first half right here, and I believe it will.
Oh, he fumbled it.
But it isn't going to matter because the clock has run out. So, very, very entertaining first half here. We are tied at 20-all from Schneider Stadium, William Rice Field. You can see some of the crowd down there. We got a packed house tonight, at least on the McFarland side and that. Again, with the mini Poms and our junior football players and that. So, very entertaining first half. This is Bill the Big K Cather, and along with Andrew Garvey. We're going to take a little break here for a minute, and we'll be back for the second half. But please, right now, focus your attention on the field. The McFarland Poms under the direction of Lexi and Amber Schradel, and then enjoy the music of the band and that, and we will be back for your second half shortly. Enjoy.
Oh, great song to bring us back in.
Yep. Or what about that last song that just had everybody here singing? We're halfway there.
Oh.
You could have both sides singing that. You know what I'm kind of interested is we have the camera now looking over at the East Troy sideline over there. Really kind of surprised. I thought they're, with a 3-0 record and with the squad they've got, I thought maybe they could see some let's make the trip. See the game. I know I contacted a very special friend of mine down there and told him to tell people that this was going to be live streamed and they could watch it, those that couldn't make it up. And then I had to call and tell them today that we had issues with the with our connection, and so we weren't able to do that. So I hope that didn't hold up a bunch of people from coming up here, because boy, what an entertaining game. And I'll tell you, I think Channel 15 and any other local news that's here tonight is going to get some good footage of
get their money's worth, as they say.
Right. I think this is worth the price of admission tonight.
Yes.
I know what I paid to get in, it was, so. Well, and also, with the big bucks that we make by doing these broadcasts, right?
Well, that's why you asked me, you had to pay me extra to get me here.
That's right. So, well, and actually, I'm kind of hoping they go overtime, because then we get double time pay for this, so it's kind of a sweet deal for us. And like I always say, don't believe everything you hear, I guess, especially when it comes from me. I don't know about you, but you have to change your style a little bit now that you're a full-time teacher.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Bill. I was getting ready to say that, but you took it right out of my mouth. So.
All right, so here we are. Teams are both kind of out, loosening up here. We're getting ready for the second half of play. Again, first place in the Rock Valley Conference football is on the line here tonight. We are all tied at 20-20 at halftime. Again, I'll quick review the first half scoring. At 5:02 of the first quarter, 1-yard run by Dylan Yax. Extra point by Derek Wojciechowski. East Troy 7, McFarland nothing. Then at the 2:04 mark of the first quarter, 45-yard pass from Derek Schwarting, the captain, to Reese Samuel. Extra point by Carson Werwinski, and we're tied at 7-all. Then moving to the second quarter, 9 seconds into the second quarter, we had a 16-yard pass from Derek Schwarting to Xavier Schreiber. Extra point by Werwinski, good, and McFarland jumped on top 14-7. However, at the 5:44 mark, we had a 3-yard run by Jake Do-It-All Dessert. Wojciechowski, extra point good, and again we were knotted at 14-all. Then at the 3:40 mark of the second quarter, a 1-yard run by JPJ. Jeremiah Price Johnson put McFarland on top. Extra point was missed by Carson Werwinski, so it was McFarland 20, East Troy 14, and we thought that might be a big missed extra point. And then, with a mere 8 seconds left until halftime, a 9-yard scamper by Jake Dessert. Wojciechowski, Brett, wide on the extra point, thus leaving us at the 20-all score at halftime. Again, just a few statistics that might be of interest to you. This is the biggest one. Jake Dessert, coming into the ball game, averaging 248 yards a game. In the first half, 27 carries for 153 yards. I mean, there's a lot of kids and players. I mean, that would be an entire season for them, you know, if you had that. So 27 carries, 153 yards. The other driving force, Dylan Yax, had 10 carries for 38 yards, so he's been held a little under his average. For your McFarland Spartans, again, contrasting styles, everything through the air basically. Running part of the game virtually non-existent in that. Again, you know, pass completions of 10, 10, 36, 58, 45, 35, 16, and 5 yards. So Herr Schwarting's kind of been on fire here, and very entertaining first half. So Andrew, Carson Werwinski teeing it up, and we will see at the conclusion of tonight who will sit atop the Rock Valley Conference and remain unbeaten on the year.
Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad that it's, you know, it's a 0-0 ball game right now. That's how you look at it.
Yep. Bobbled.
Ooh, made a couple
Missed
moves.
tackles.
Yeah.
And ball advancing up to about the 34, 35 yard line. So picked up probably an extra. Yax did. Got probably an extra 15 yards on a couple of missed tackles there. So East Troy is going to put the ball in play from their own 34 yard line to open the second half. And let's see. If I'm guessing, it's going to be a run right. Because I would say that was 98% of their plays in the first half. Mm-hmm. Right. Talked to one of the McFarland coaches, and I said, you happy with the first half? And they said, well, got to get some stops on defense. And, boy, there's a nice adjustment and a good stop. That time, number 5, Connor Frazier in on the tackle, 5'11", 205-pound junior. Yax, no gain.
Mm-hmm. It was good pursuit by the Spartans up front right there. So.
Yep. Kind of interesting because they're kind of in an overload on the left side of their line.
And you called it. They went left that time.
Yep. Oh, not good tackling that time, and a 12-yard pickup
for that first down. And you called it. You saw it from up here that they were overloading on that left side, and then just followed those two running backs.
And East Troy ran it left that time.
Yeah, so. And those big offensive linemen as well for East Troy again. And so you can see keeping it, on the run game, and the time of possession, is the momentum is definitely for East Troy on that one.
Right. That's why I think they're going to just go back to the power game, and Dessert, boy, breaking a lot of tackles, Andrew.
Well, I mean, you see he's 6 foot 182, and so that's a a big kid to take down, and he just gets so much momentum, and his running style, just that power running style as well too. He makes those tackles, makes it very difficult for people to take him down with that.
Power runner, shifty runner.
Yeah. Two again.
Yeah, I think this is going to be no nonsense. We're going right back to what we saw, I think, on their initial drive of the game, Andrew. This is reminiscent of. Don't ask me to spell that word, but.
Me neither. Don't worry. So yeah, no, just now you see
it's like we're watching the start of the game.
Yeah,
right
but
here,
now they're switching. They're going left and right instead of just that right side. So
figuring that McFarland would make some sort of adjustment to it. Yep, only a 2-yard gain that time.
And that was good. When Reese does come up, on that, you see on that outside right there, he forces Dessert to cut back in and just go right into that traffic right there.
So you got to do, I guess, keep him to the inside. I'm going to run out of space here for Dessert. I'm going to have to go over into somebody else's category here.
Yeah.
That was
Did you bring an extra sheet of paper, though?
30th carry for 166 yards. Wow.
Oh, and there goes the left side. Oh, good tackle. Fumble. Let's see if they do call it. Oh, and it is McFarland's ball.
Dessert coughed it up. Jake Dessert. I believe that might be his first fumble of the year. Tyson White on the recovery.
Nope. He definitely was on that tackle with it. Tyson, and you saw him kind of go for the ball on Dessert with that and then force his strip. So huge turnover. Let's see if the McFarland Spartans can capitalize now.
Of it. Okay, we got trips left. Or as we call it, our Culver's overload. Schwarting changing the call. Back. Boy, nobody in front of him, and he's going to launch it. Oh, and it cleared everybody.
Wow.
And got through to Nicholas Hall.
Wow. I thought that ball was underthrown, but it went right over the East Troy defenders. And that was a beautiful pitch, beautiful catch.
Who's down on that? Is that number 8? It's down on the ground, I believe.
I think it is.
Ryan Nixon, 6'1", 160-pound sophomore.
And I thought
he might have caught a knee or something going down on that.
And I thought initially,
he was going to intercept it, right?
Yeah, I did too.
Perfect. Here we go on replay again. Thank you, guys.
I thought right there.
Kind of almost hesitated or something.
And you saw number 23, Zach Burke. It looked like he was going right. He was anticipating it to come close,
right? Almost
like an outfielder. Anticipating that. That pop fly, right. And then just underplayed it.
Yep. I agree. Boy, because it almost looked like it was thrown perfectly to him.
Yeah, it did look underthrown.
Yep.
But
again,
capitalizing on that. So
another big yardage pass play for McFarland.
Yeah.
They're just going to wind up with a lot of passing yards today, and they've all been on big plays. We're not talking about nickel and diming you here.
No. And that was a beautiful block there by the left tackle, 68, Drew Mickelson.
Yep.
Because it looked like Yax was coming in on the outside, but he just pushed him, and then Schwarting just stepped right into that throw.
JPJ, nice, breaking out of a tackle, good run. About 4 yards on that.
That was really good. You just see the strength there by Jeremiah, breaking that first tackle and then just, carrying other runners. A tough 4-yard gain right there.
Yep. I got to tell you, it's interesting. That was his 4th carry. He's at -3 for the game. Oh, going for it all. Perfect setup.
What a pitch and catch.
Beautiful pitch and catch. Wow. Number 6 to Reese Samuel.
Wow. We had the perfect view of that from here. Right when that left Schwarting's hand.
Oh, you can see how he set him up.
The replay right here.
Yep.
Right when you left,
for that.
it was right there.
Beautiful throw. Let him run underneath it.
Reese didn't even break stride for that.
And he beat the defensive back, Jackson Diedick.
Yeah.
6 foot, 172-pound sophomore. Okay, big extra point here.
Yes. Let's see if Werwinski can capitalize on this extra point. See if the good snap and good hold now. That looked much better, and much better kick there by Werwinski. And way to capitalize on that turnover forced by the defense there. But we had the angle for it. It was set up, looking that it was going to be that quick out pass. But then Reese beat the cornerback there, and he hit him, and Schwarting hit him right in stride.
Right. So at the 8:38 mark, the third quarter, McFarland takes the lead 27-20 on a 24-yard pass. Schwarting to Reese Samuel. Wow. What a great start. Football's no different than any other sport, Andrew. It's momentum in that. Big turnover. Guys got all pumped up, adrenaline flowing, and boy, they capitalize. And that's what you have to do, especially in a big game like this. Any turnover you're going to get, convert on it. Put it into some kind of points.
Yes, yeah.
And again, these teams we're not talking field goals here or anything. These teams are going end zone all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides here. Mm-hmm. Boy, this is entertaining. Just fun football to watch on a beautiful night here. Crisp fall evening, we could say. All right. Carson Werwinski to kick off. A short kick. It's going to bounce again. Pretend getting to the outside. And tripped and fell. Must have been the new lines on the new turf out there.
Yeah. Well, that was Brady Dessert.
Yep.
It looked like he had that outside edge right there. But, yeah, like you said, got to watch out for those new painted lines.
New painted lines, I guess. Must be raised a little bit out there. Well, I was walking on that before. That's like a soft carpet.
Oh, it is.
Very
beautiful.
Yep. All right, so let's see. Dessert, you know what guys like him do right now? They go out now to prove a point after making a mistake like that.
Yeah. You can see right there.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And that was number 18, Elijah Newhouse, 6 foot 157 senior wide receiver, almost stepped in front and got that.
Well, I saw the play action right there, and it looked like, I think it was either him or Price, and I thought Price was wide open.
They're both in the same area, weren't they?
But then, you saw great pursuit there, by Reese to, just maintain and, force Dessert, for that wild throw.
Yep. So, kind of interesting, a first down pass call out of them. Yox, 4 yards. 13th carry for 54 yards for Dylan Yox. And we're coming up to a big third down play here.
Yeah.
3rd and 6 for East Troy from their own 35-yard line. Boy, would this ever be a big stop, Andrew,
another
for the Spartans, and an opportunity to push potentially 2 scores in the lead. Fans coming to their feet, rumbling of the bleachers. It's Friday Night Lights in McFarland, Wisconsin. Gotta like it. Bill the Big Cake Aether along with Andrew Garvey. Van Dessert's going to run it, and
he just ran.
He ran over number 24, and I said, wow.
You just see the strength there of Dessert and literally running over guys.
Well, and I think, Andrew, he's probably very upset with himself about that fumble that happened on their last possession, and he said, I got some making up to do here, and that's what you do, your team looks to you for leadership, and that's, boy, ouch, that was a collision.
Yeah. Just see his strength.
Yep. And off to Yax, boy, and they're going right up the gut. keeps the legs moving. Boy, and he was not going to go down until that whistle blew.
And like you said too, Bill, both Dessert and Yachts, they do a great job of keeping their legs moving forward after contact, after the initial contact is made. And that's why you can see after a hit, they keep moving forward with it.
Absolutely. Well, they should. Seniors, they've put in a lot of games at the high school level.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Dessert. Oh, okay. No. Missed tackles. Boy, I thought they were going to stop him about a yard short on that. And instead, that didn't happen. And it is another first down for East Troy, and they are on the move now at the McFarland 42-yard line. 6:35 left to go in your third quarter. McFarland 27, East Troy 20.
Yeah.
Battle for first place again tonight. Very entertaining ball game. Two teams that want it really bad. Dessert, okay. Good low tackle that time, again by Cordell Cloth. But not after 4 yards were picked up again by Dessert.
I just look at the amount of hits that Dessert takes in a game. Oh my goodness, he's one tough kid.
Yep.
One tough kid.
Yes, he is. He's got decent size too, 178 pounds, 6-footer. Oh, we got the defense chant going by some of our parent cheerleaders below us here. Oh, Dessert. Is he going to get outside?
No.
Good pursuit that time by Cam Schaff again. You mentioned Cam's name quite a bit here tonight. He's done a nice job.
And he does. He does a very nice job, kind of waiting for the blocks and waiting for, his linebackers and defensive line to, pick up some of those blockers. And then he just comes in to make those key tackles then.
Historic carry right there. That was his 35th carry for 200 yards, Andrew. Mm-hmm. Unofficially, of course.
Yeah. Well, your stats are unofficial?
Well, I'm not perfect at everything.
Okay,
I know,
gotcha.
most things, but just ask my wife. Actually, I should say, just ask me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yes. But I said earlier in the telecast, don't believe everything that you hear. All right, first down and 10. 30-yard line, East Troy on the move. Again, it's just power football. Woody Hayes would love this. Oh, and then as soon as I say that, oh my goodness. He didn't need to even drill it. He could have just
floated
that baby out. Price all alone sitting at the 20-yard line. That could have been 6 right there in a potential tie ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Dessert just kind of, well, you can see they don't throw the ball very much, so feeling probably not as comfortable as obviously Derek Schwarting does when he steps back to throw the ball. 2nd and 10 from the McFarland 30-yard line for East Troy.
That was good.
That's very good right there. No gain.
Looks like a bunch of guys in for the tackle. Yep. Jeremiah, Price, Johnson, Reese. We also had, it looked like Xavier as well, too,
Xavier
and Cordell.
Yep.
So good.
I think he got them all, Andrew.
Yeah,
yep.
Looked like a good group tackle there, and big third down here, you could say.
3rd and 9. 4:15 left to go in the third quarter. Big play for Dessert. Will he put it up, or we're going to run it? Boy, he feels so comfortable running the ball.
That was
good. Good low tackle. Cam Schaff there to meet him low. 3-yard pickup, and it's going to bring up a big 4th down. I won't even call it a decision because East Troy is going to run this ball.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, is it going to be Dessert or is it going to be Yacht?
Mm-hmm. And so, like you said,
who are you picking, Andrew?
I'm going with their bread and butter Dessert right there. He's been their go-to. So the jack of all trades for East Troy right now. Let's see what East Troy draws up here.
Uh-oh, that's trouble.
Oh, and Price.
Oh, no. Oh. Boy, great hustle that time. Was that Samuel or?
That was Jeremiah on
Jeremiah. JPJ Jeremiah Price Johnson. What an outstanding. I thought Price was going to get the corner on that.
Well, I am in full agreement with you there, Bill. When he made the pitch, we were both saying, oh, no, he looks like he has 10 yards easily.
Boy, JPJ just really turned it on and caught him on the corner. Boy, that's a big stop.
Yeah, very big stop.
All right,
a lot of good tackling.
Yep, 3:18 to go in the third quarter, 27-20, 7-point lead. Just no mistakes.
There we go.
Nice pitch and catch, Nick Hall, and a 15-yard gain.
And you just
nice
see that,
safe call.
Well, you see the amount of space that he had. He just found the opening right there, and so that's really good.
As long as he just made sure that wasn't an overthrow, because that could have been a problem. But been throwing a real nice ball here tonight, Derek. You know, he's kind of laid it in there soft when he had to, up in the air, let guys run under it, and then a couple times kind of had to drill it in there. So doing a real nice job here. The captain of Air Schwarting, Derek Schwarting.
Oh, there's that.
Keeper. Just be careful. Just don't want him getting hurt on something like that. 7-yard gain.
What you saw, he read that defensive end right there.
Yes, he did.
Faked the handoff to Tyson, and then scampered for 8 yards. So
that was your RPO, your run pass option. Only most of the time theirs is pass option. And East Troy is run option. 2nd and 3, Schwarting rolling right. Oh, a lot of space being given out there. And an excellent 10-yard pickup there.
That was Reese.
By Samuel.
And you saw it too, the offensive line, we gotta give them more credit as well too. They're giving Schwarting a lot of time, especially on those rollouts, because luckily he doesn't get blindsided, you know, from someone behind.
Is it coming back?
Oh, it does look like. I didn't see the flag down there.
I agree with you. The line: Bryce Thompson at center, Mitch Rader, right guard, Jack Hovland, the right tackle, Drew Mickelson, left tackle, and Henry Byers, the left guard. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job in that offensive line. Schwarting. Pressure.
Good step up in the pocket. Look at that.
And there's the floater out to Reese Samuel again, finding a little open spot, and a 15-yard gain and a first down.
And you just see the poise from Schwarting right there. You know, he feels the pressure a little bit, but then he just steps right in the pocket. Linebackers coming, and you said just float it right over there for Reese then.
As compared to Dessert's pass, where if he would have floated that to Price the last time down, possibly could have had the same result of a Price interception and a big gainer. There he goes. Finds a right in.
Oh, he could be gone. Look at that speed.
Nick Hall. He is gone.
That was awesome.
51 yards, Nick Hall.
I'd just like to comment too, he's one of our track sprinters as well. He's using that track speed to scamper down the sideline for the Spartan touchdown.
So Andrew Garvey taking credit for that touchdown because...
Oh, no, I'm not taking credit. I'm just saying he's a track kid. And look at that speed right there.
Oh.
But I coach the distance, so...
Boy, what was that? Oh,
that was beautiful. Beautiful pitch, beautiful catch. Another extra point here for Werwinski. The kick is up, and the kick is good. What a series for the Spartans.
Tell you what, kind of get a few goosebumps here for the hometown Spartans. Huh? I mean, this is something that kind of long awaited here. We haven't seen this in a lot of years. I guess a production like this. This is great. I tell you what, well thought out. You're taking advantage of your strengths here. You've got a kid like Derek Schwarting that throws a great ball. You've got some great receivers, great targets. You're spreading the field, and he's just waiting until he's patient enough, waiting until he's hitting the little seams and the gaps these receivers are going down, they're finding the little openings, and Derek's patient enough to either, like we said again, float the ball, drill the ball, depending upon the situation. But
and you see too.
And kudos to the line.
Yeah.
This is just.
Well, you see too that play call. You see Hudson just goes out wide, and they think it's a dump down, and that brings one of the cornerbacks in. That opens it up for Nick right there, and then he took it to the house. The rest is history.
I'm going to give a big shout out. OC, offensive coordinator, Mr. Pete Willickett, calling a great game here, Coach. And again, we've got Dessert's brother. Finally brought down by number 20, Carson Lewinsky, who kicked off. But, boy, that was a big return out to the...
Yep. There is a flag at the 35-yard line. So let's see if this will push East Troy back here.
Boy, I got to believe that East Troy's got to be a little bit of panic mode here, because they have not been, I don't think, involved in a game this close.
Nope. Legal use of the hands or illegal block in the back right there pushes East Troy back to the 25. And you look at, too, the time of possession is really swayed to East Troy's side. But, I mean, you look at the score, though, 34 McFarland, 20 East Troy.
Right. They've outscored their opponents 106-20 so far this year. Mm-hmm. So McFarland's putting a whooping on them right here.
Yeah. But you know as well as I do, it's
32.
There's still a lot of game left. Still a lot of game left.
Absolutely. Quentin Chauvel, and especially all it takes is like one mistake. Touchdown, then turn around, a mistake, and boy, it can so easily happen. We're at $1:47 left here in the third quarter. 34-20, your hometown Spartans with a two-possession lead.
There we go. That was
that was Dussert for.
Lewinsky did a nice job on that, playing that inside linebacker position, just trying to come in and.
I'm going to call this super big right here. Super, super big. Boy, if McFarland could ever shut down East Troy on this play, go down and get some more points on the board. Big, big thing. Dussert, and he's got it. I guess you give it to your big player.
Yeah.
39 carries, 209 yards. He's nearing his season average of 248 a game.
Oh.
But 39 carries, I didn't get a... He had 67 carries in his first 3 games, so he's at 39 tonight. So he's got more than half of that just tonight.
Yeah. There's another one to add to it.
Nice job. 40th carry.
And that front 3 for McFarland right there, you have number 32, Gunderson. You have Xavier in there, and then you also have Frazier. And those 3 are doing a great job, just trying to pick up the blocks and then having the linebackers come in, behind them.
Very important those front 3 get into the line right away. Got to get into that defensive line.
And I just love Gunderson for how small he is. Just he's such a tough kid.
And that is the end of your third quarter. The score: McFarland 34, East Troy 20. Again, scoring recap of that quarter. At halftime, we were tied at 20 all. The 8:38 mark of the third quarter, 24-yard pass from the captain, Derek Schwarting, to Reese Samuel. Orwinski the kick, good, 27-20 McFarland. And then at the 2:14 mark, a 51-yard pass from the captain, Derek Schwarting, to Nick Hall. Orwinski the kick, good, and we're at 34-20. And I think this score would maybe surprise quite a few people that would be watching this just based on past history in that. But boy, got to give what a shout out to the preparation that we've seen here, especially not getting coming down after that first series of plays where they just got the ball rammed down their throat, and that looks like maybe they've either made some adjustments, which I'm sure they did. Plus, secondly, you just got to tell kids, we have practiced all week against this. We know what we're doing. You need to stay in your lanes. Do your assignments, do your job, fulfill your role in that, and I think they just need to be reminded of that, and I think that's also a part of why they're seeing more success with this.
Oh yeah, and a
Preparation.
shout out the preparation, the coaches here, and then the students, following through with it. Yep. So good shout out to them, but now got to put it together for another 12 minutes.
Whoa, the handoff to Chauvel. Quentin Chauvel, 6'2", 180-pound junior.
We've seen this. That was only his second carry.
Second carry for 20 yards.
But I mean, you see, he's another big kid for East Troy right there in the backfield. Yep. So they just keep pounding it down. There he is again. Oh, and he's
see a big play.
I thought he was gone right there, but luckily, a good tackle there by Tyson White.
Yep.
And you give him some open field, and he looks like he's going.
Boy, you can't just allow them to march down here and let them get a quick score on us here. Are we going to just see a steady dose of him going right?
There you go again.
Yep. Boy, he runs kind of upright, but he's so big.
Oh yeah, he can, and he just absorbs those hits too.
Yep.
He just absorbs those hits. So let's see if the defense can kind of slow him down and get, just one stop here and get a little momentum going.
This is going to be desperate.
There we go.
Oh boy, who's down at the bottom of the pile down there?
That looks like
laying on his side, just waiting for him to still get up.
That's Gunderson.
32.
Yep, and there he is.
Wow.
He is just a tough kid.
And his size again, Andrew?
Oh, you want Gunderson's size?
Yep.
He's 5'7", 155.
Yep. Brains and a big heart and a tough kid.
Yeah.
And fundamentals.
Yeah.
Chauvel, about 4 yards.
It's a good tackle there by Jack Hovland, to wrap him down. So let's see if East Troy can keep this momentum going here. 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Inside Spartan territory, right outside, on the 31 yard
line. Dessert going to run it left. Cut it up inside. And he found a little seam. Got about a 7-yard gain and a first down.
You also saw too Nick Hall on that tackle trying to rip it just like Tyson did earlier. But I think Dessert, right when he feels contact, he does such a nice job, with
he's coughed it up once. I don't think he's going to be giving it up again.
No, I don't think he coughs it up a lot.
Yeah.
That's the thing with him. He's such a strong runner. And there he goes again. That right side. Oh,
nice
that
job,
stiff arm.
Samuel. I got a 4-yard gain out of it, but good job by Reese, not letting him turn the corner.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, too, Reese did a really nice job just, kind of maintaining it and not letting him turn that corner and absorbing that strong stiff arm from him as well.
East Troy again continuing to know how to wear it. 9:10 left to go in your ball game. 34-20. 2-possession game for your McFarland Spartans. See what the call's going to be. It's always up and East Troy retreating, so that's big. Now we go 2nd and 12.
Yeah.
When you've got a running strictly offense in that, penalties really can kind of kill you at times.
Mm-hmm. But they haven't made too many mistakes like that, though. So.
Dessert, the right side, nice tackle. Cordell Cloth there.
Fumble, Bill. It looks like fumble, and the Spartans might have recovered it. And they did.
And just as we said it, Dessert coughed it up again.
I was shocked by that. You know, just like you said, you know, how strong of a runner Dessert is, and then the Spartans force another turnover with him.
Anyway, we got a quick minute here too. I just really want to give a shout out. Yeah, again, instant replay. You can see they ripped it out.
Looked like number 30 right there. Jonah Pribanow.
Plays again. Yep. By Andrew, the Mastermind Day, BB, Benny Becks, and Smiling Ryan Denzer. Boy, we can't do this without you guys. It's wonderful. We got replays. Schwarting.
Good.
And a good decision there. About a 6-yard pickup for the captain.
That was a really good play.
Boy, I'll tell you, if they can hold on and get a big win here, we could be SRO, standing room only, for our next ball game in 2 weeks here at home against Bigfoot. Careful.
Oh.
Donovan Hudson.
Nope.
Second kind of drop of the night for Donovan. Hasn't had a lot of balls thrown his direction, but hey, you keep your head up. Nice encouragement that time shown by Nick Hall coming over, just kind of giving him a little,
and I think,
encouragement in that.
I think once he gets one, then he'll start getting that, that confidence and momentum rolling with it.
Absolutely. Trips right for the Spartans. 3rd and 4. Big first down here. They can maintain possession. Tyson White.
Look at that.
Great call and a great run. Oh, lowered the shoulder.
There he goes.
Tyson White down.
That's a flag as well, too,
to
with the
28,
horse collar.
And we're going to have a horse collar. We're going to tack another 15 yards on, and kaboom! Wow, that's usually just reserved for basketball, but we're going to go back and we're going to get a replay on that run. The mastermind, Andrew Day, is going to give us another shot of this run here. Boy, that was about a 68-yard scamper here. Tyson White, nice cutback, but where's the run over? Boom!
Oh.
He leveled number 22, Zach Wendorf, 5'7", 130. Boom, Tyson lowered that shoulder, and boy, could this be, as Wayne Larrabee says, could this be the nail in the coffin? If they could punch this in here where it's 7:56 to go. Spartans on the 13-yard line. Schwarting.
Got him.
Going for it. Touchdown, Nick Hall. 13-yard pass. Wow. The Spartans, what a show being put on by Derek Schwarting and your McFarland Spartans. What a great team effort this is.
Gosh. What a play call right here on this replay. Rolls out, and look at Nick Hall does the rest with getting just that little out, that out post out right there. Makes separation from the cornerback right there. And another beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And the extra point from Wawinski. It is good.
5 touchdown passes tonight for Captain Derek Schwarting. Boy, I'll tell you, smooth flights tonight for the captain with Air Schwarting. Huh? No clouds, no thunderstorms, nothing. Just smooth sailing. Air Schwarting being flown by the captain, Derek. Boy, this is just wonderful. 5 touchdown passes, 2 to Nick Hall, 2 to Reese Samuel, and 1 to Xavier Schreiber. And your score right now, McFarland 41, East Troy 20. And I think probably East Troy is probably just sitting there going, wow, what have we been hit by? Because I think, possibly that first drive was maybe kind of lulled them asleep. It was maybe a little too easy for them. You know how that can go at times, a little too easy. And I think, okay, we kind of can lay off a little bit. McFarland turned the tables on them and just boom. Boy, this is wonderful and exciting football. Fun to watch.
Oh, yes.
Fun to watch. Wide open, spread offense. Kick up by Wawinski. Price. Big boy. And nice tackle that time by number 20, Carson Wawinski.
Yeah.
Again, the kicker, but I'm sure he doesn't like to see a 6'3", 190-pounder coming at him.
With that momentum.
And they're up to about the 47-yard line. Right. So, wow.
Yeah. The thing with the Spartans, though, capitalizing again on another turnover that was forced by the defense. So that's great job by the defense to give the offense another opportunity, and then the offense making the most of it.
Let's put it this way. The coach I spoke with at halftime said we got to get stops. That's why we're not happy with the first half, and East Troy has not put a point on the board in the second half. So mission accomplished so far.
Yeah.
Dessert almost got to go to the air now. Long pass down. Oh, almost hauled in. Oh, and they're going to call interference.
I'm not sure who the interference was on, but the referee saw something. Saw number 21, Donovan Hudson on the carry, on the coverage, and then also Jonah Hewitt, number 9. So is this going to be
15-yard probably?
Pass interference. Yep. McFarland. So like you said, 50-yard penalty, and so it's a little momentum now for East Troy. Now we'll see them be going to the air a little bit more.
But they don't feel real comfortable, I don't think, with this.
Nope.
Like I said, he came in only throwing 13 times to this ball game. Boy, he's got some big targets, though, when you're looking at Price out there, 6'3". Shovel's 6'2".
Yeah, and that was a good strike right there.
Yep,
nice,
got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
Nice
target.
We're at
7:30. We're not done yet. High school athletics, you are never done.
Never done until it says 0-0-0.
Correct. And the officials are walking off the field.
Yes.
Dessert. 1st and 10 from his own 26.
Oh.
Whoa. Wow. That almost went from East Troy to East Troy, guy.
That was good. Was
that Cordell
pursuit.
Cloth, I think, that might have tipped that ball?
But that was good pursuit right there. You saw Zach Maurer, kind of with pressuring Dessert to step forward a little bit on that.
Yep.
You can see Dessert's a mobile athlete, so I think he feels comfortable just fine either rolling or stepping into the pocket if he needs to, make that pass.
Right. Yep. Dessert rolling right again. He's going to throw to that sideline. Same thing. And down to the 10-yard line. It's number 18, Matt Armine, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore. Boy, you don't want to give him a real quick one right here, Andrew. We're still at 7:18 left to go in the ball game. I know you're giving probably a little more cushion just because you don't want to give up the big play right here, but boy, who's 34 over here? Gavin Wood.
For McFarland or East Troy?
No, for East Troy.
Oh.
That looks pretty big.
No, number
84?
84, that's Damian Tim. Oh, no, that...
Right there.
Let's see if they'll turn. That's 34. That's 34.
Yeah,
Joshua Marshman.
Okay. Oh, that's Marshman? Okay.
Yeah.
He's 6'6", 198.
Yeah, no big deal,
So we've got 6'6" and 6'3" at receivers to throw to, and let's see. What do you think we have here? Is this going to be a holding call?
I'm not really sure. They've been walking this back quite a bit right now.
I'd also like to give a shout out too, because I'll tell you what, we've really carried this broadcast to a lot of different people, a lot of different areas. My own son watches these down in Columbia, South America. We got friends and people I know that watch in Minneapolis, Kansas City, Houston, Chicago. A lot of different places that I know that Andrew and the staff here, they get reports back as the people that have tuned in and watched maybe not the entire game, but some of it. And we just hope that everybody appreciates the level and quality of these telecasts. Like I said, look at the quality of the picture that we're putting out. We got replays. We've got expert analysis and everything here, stats. I'll stop patting myself on the back.
So-called expert analysis.
Self-praised.
Yeah. Looks like some confusion on the field right now.
Hey, again, a really big shout out here again. Andrew, the mastermind, A-Day, BB, Benny Becks, and Smiling Ryan Denzerbeck graphics on the board and that. Hey, well, we got a little break here. I want to do my Big K reflection, or I'm going to do it on the next timeout.
Yeah.
I'll do, because I don't want to get rushed with it, because I talk kind of quietly. I want to just take us a moment to kind of meditate and think about the golden words.
You can't rush through a reflection.
No,
you can't rush through a reflection.
Very good point, Andrew. Dessert, we are at 2nd and 10. That's what's on the scoreboard. Oh, launched. Oh, and dropped by Price. Wow. That was thrown in a crowd, but boy, it hit him square in the hands.
The offensive line for East Troy right there gave him great protection, and that was a well-thrown ball there, and typically Price is coming up with that catch.
Yep.
So that's uncharacteristic of Price to drop that right there.
3rd and 20. Boy, rolling right towards the near sideline. Boy, that's interesting. He was trying to make it a little more manageable on a 4th down play. They are now at 4th and 20. And I'm going to tell you what, Andrew, this could be big shutdown right here if they could deny the East Troy Trojans here from picking up this 1st down. I don't know if I'm going to actually light up the Red Auerbach cigar like we used to do in basketball, the Celtics. But boy, the fans are on their feet. They're standing. They are loud. And here, I believe, is your ball game. Pressure put on. Dessert going to throw it up. It's a jump ball, overthrown, and the Spartans deny East Troy on a 4th and 20 from the 39-yard line. So McFarland takes over the ball. We are at 6:58 left to go in the ball game here. Spartans with a 3-possession lead, 41-20. Shocking the football world here tonight, I think, with maybe not so much the victory, but just the margin of victory here. I mean, again, two teams that are 3-0, you don't know what to expect. They're both two very good football teams, but wow, the margin of victory. And especially holding East Troy, scoring 35 points a game. They haven't scored in the second half. Schwarting. Oh, careful with that. Donovan again.
Yep.
Keep your head up.
That's all you can do.
Yep, he's had a little bit of a tough night tonight, but, you hang your head and you keep making mistakes. Just pick it up and say, hey, give it to me. I want it right away again. Come right back to me because I want to make a play. And
Schwarting will. He'll air it right back to him. He has the confidence in him, so. There's the catch.
Samuel.
Right oh, and very nice smart play to stay in bounds, too, to keep the clock going as well. There you go. Good pitch, good catch for, a little 11 yards.
140 receiving yards on 6 catches for Reese Samuel tonight.
Oh, that is awesome. That's just awesome.
That's just Samuel. I got Nick Hall is at 37. Oh, God. Nick Hall, I think, is over 200 yards on the night in receiving. 36, 58, 37, 51, 15, and 13.
Yep. Went good.
JPJ.
Yep, that's good.
Jeremiah
Keep it on
Price
the ground
Johnson,
there.
Yep, 4-yard gain. And now you just want to run a little clock, huh, Andrew?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if if this, if Coach Willickett believes in running the clock.
I guarantee you he doesn't.
No,
this is called like, hey, let's keep going. We practice this all week, and let's. Hey, there's only so many minutes you get every week to play these games, right?
No, they're executing their offense very well.
Yeah,
tonight.
they are. This has just been a well-orchestrated.
Ooh.
Careful. Needs a block.
Yep.
Oh, nice job by Nick Hall. Did you see him lay off of that?
Yes, because that could have easily been a block in the back right there.
Yes, it could have been. Now, the only problem is that JPJ got out of bounds to stop the clock. I'm sure Coach Ackley and that would have liked to have seen him stay inbounds, but whatever.
Yep.
3rd and 3, 5:31 left to go in your ball game tonight. Lloyd Snyder Stadium, inaugural game on the William Rice Field. Inaugural football game played here. Like you said,
game.
Soccer inaugural game was played last night against Bigfoot. So, boy, this would be 2 great starts on this field, wouldn't it, Andrew?
There we go.
There's Reese Samuel again.
And that's
pickup.
That's where they run that option. They run that so beautifully because they put one receiver just as a little dump down, draws a cornerback up, and then Reese for a little post that
just
goes.
Find the gap in there.
Finds the gap and right past the first down marker. To keep the chains going and to keep the drive going.
And why is it working too? Your line.
Yes.
Boy, Derek's getting time to be patient and to pick out, even secondary receivers in there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you got a primary receiver, but hey, he's been able to look him off, and Tyson White up the gut.
There we go.
A 3-yard gain or something. Boy, they're going to look at rushing yards and passing yards tonight. I mean, rushing yards, I have to say, according to my unofficial statistics, I don't think they have rushed for more than, Schwarting's for 20. I'll bet they haven't run for more than 30 yards tonight.
Yeah.
But passing is going to be.
Well, Tyson had that big one last drive. That
300. You're right. Yep, you're right. I'm sorry, I forgot to put that down. Yep.
But still, obviously, they're more passing yards.
Oh, yeah.
There's that dump down right there.
Yep. Nick Hall.
Stay in bounds.
Oh, out of bounds he went. Good shot at Dan Frank and Jerry Herbst on the sidelines. Arlen Halverson there moving the stakes. We're coming up to a 3rd and 6 for the Spartans. 4:11 left to go in your ball game tonight. Beautiful fall evening here from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA. Bill the Big K Cather along with Andrew Garvey, bringing you this battle for first place in the Rock Valley, and it appears that your McFarland Spartans are going to reign atop the Rock Valley Conference. Again, our next home game is going to be in 2 weeks against Bigfoot here, Friday night, September the 21st.
They are just wearing down the East Troy front 4 right now.
Yeah, they are. Well, I got to believe the East Troy probably a little disheartened. With looking at the scoreboard and that, and I'm going to tell you, I don't care every minute or every second that you're on these fields or courts or whatever else, play hard. You never know when it's going to be your last play, your last whatever.
They are running their offense perfectly.
This is to perfection,
right now.
Boy. You got to just be, these kids are going to have the right to just, we want to say celebrate in the appropriate fashion.
Look at that.
There it is.
There he got
Donovan Hudson.
He got it back now. He needed that one to get that confidence back going. And you knew Schwarting would go back to him, and you knew Donovan would come through in the end. So I'm glad that Schwarting, that's that trust right there that they built, during that summer and last year as well, too. But you see, floating it right up, Donovan able to turn, a little ball thrown a little behind him, but Donovan went back to him, and he was wide open for that catch. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch once again. I have been saying that a lot, but I can get used to saying that a lot.
That kind of sounds kind of nice, huh?
Werwinski for the extra point, and it is good.
Yep. Hey, what I'm going to do, I've got to get this in right now.
Beautiful.
The Big K reflection, because I think that's going to kind of reflect on this, okay? A Big K reflection as we look back at the game tonight. We must remember that coaches and athletes put in countless hours to prepare for these few precious athletic contests. I would hope that everyone, other students, staff, family members, friends, and the community positively support all the time and efforts of these participants. Winning games is great and the desired outcome, but as we know, not everything in life is perfect and goes our way. We must make sure the kids participating in activities learn from the positives as well as the negatives and leave the activity with meaningful life lessons. Support our youth positively, whether in victory or defeat. It's something that we call Spartan pride. And I think going back to one of my statements there, we must learn not only from the positives, but also the negatives. What did Donovan Hudson just learn there, right?
Oh.
Had a bunch of negatives, and if you hang in there, something positive will happen. So thank you again for allowing that Big K reflection. And boy, what a shocker. McFarland 48, East Troy 20. 3:37 left to go in this game, and
look at that kick. Beautiful kick.
Got to kind of believe this is going to be a long bus ride back home for East Troy tonight, huh?
Yep.
After taking, this was just a good old-fashioned whooping after that first drive. Although East Troy came back, I mean 20-20 at halftime, but this second half has just been totally dominated by the Spartans.
And Bill, if you would have told me that, with 3:37 left in the second half in the fourth quarter right now, that East Troy would have 0 points,
right,
I would have said that's crazy talk right now.
Well, I think the coaching staff would say that too.
But the shout out to the defense, definitely the second half,
absolutely,
forcing turnovers, then the offense just capitalizing on that as well.
And again, preparation, coaches making changes.
Oh, what a catch.
Beautiful catch. Coaches making changes and kids following the changes that have been made and playing, assuming their roles, their responsibilities, doing everything else. Yeah. I can see the East Troy over there kind of gathering his troops together. I'm sure, hey, so fine. You get soundly beaten. They got a lot of season left ahead of them.
Yeah.
This will only put them at 3-1. I mean, they're obviously headed to the playoffs at the end of the year, and that's when you're playing for state titles.
Mm-hmm. Dessert going in the air again, but look at this. He's just a threat on the ground as well, too.
18.
And that's he's such a weapon for East Troy.
45 carries, 240 yards.
Yeah.
So he's 8 yards short of his per game average. Let's see if he can pick it up in the last 3 minutes of the ball game here.
Yeah.
He needs 8 yards to get to his.
Yep.
This is going to just be a jump ball out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yeah. Tough throw, tough catch.
That looked like coverage by number 45, Eric Anderson, out there.
Yep. You can see what I kind of like here, too. A lot of kids. I saw one time Nick Hall coming across at Fort Town East, probably failed or something. Still giving 5 to the East Troy kids and that. So you like to see sportsmanship shown no matter what the score or no matter what time of the game and situation and that. Still a game, and like I said, it's life's lessons that these kids are learning. You're not going to win at everything that you do.
No.
So this will be very important to see how these East Troy kids react to this disappointment of coming away, with this type of defeat tonight. But be interesting to see their score next week in their game.
Mm-hmm.
That'll maybe tell Coach Crandall what type of team he's got and stuff like that. So, and my bet will be that East Troy is going to be stronger than ever coming back next week, and that you can see they're a well-coached team. Do a nice job. I mean, they've got a couple of studs here that are really ball players. Oh, down to the 1 yard line.
Nope. That's tackled by Jonah Hewitt right there.
Yep.
I mean, as you can see too, they could easily have Dessert throwing the ball more because he's such an athlete. But
you can see he's well capable of throwing the ball.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Can the defense shut him out? Yep.
He went in standing up on that one.
Yep.
And so,
kind of, what do we use the word, anticlimactic with that?
Well, I mean, you see, Dessert just walking back to the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of going, okay.
But you see some kids on defense that are playing for the Spartans that, didn't get the starts or don't get, those defensive reps, that they typically see.
You are
so
correct.
This is great for those kids to get those defensive reps, especially against competition like East Troy.
Oh, for sure.
The kick is up, and that is good by Wojciechowski right there to make the score. McFarland 48, East Troy 27.
And possibly Coach Ackley in that gave some other kids an opportunity here to get into this game. Hey, they practice all week long and stuff like that. It's Friday night under the lights, big game like that. I think probably he had some reserves in there on that drive. And, as much as just hate to kind of still allow them to score, I mean, it'd be nice to shut them out for the half.
Oh, yeah.
Valuable to give some time and some minutes, and well-deserved for other kids, to give them a chance to get out here on the new turf and that, perform and to say, hey, I was a part of this game.
Yep.
I think that's so very important. So very impressed here with the way that the McFarland's handled everything here tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, this has been just an perfect game for them.
It's been a whole team effort,
Yes, it has.
Offense, defense, and special teams.
Special teams, yep.
So it's been really, really neat to see, all the kids, like you said, the preparation, the week of preparation for this game, and all that hard work is paying off.
Well, that's it. I guess when I used to coach, no matter what sport and that.
Onside kick, and good.
I'd always tell kids, I call a timeout. Kids would come over, and sometimes people at the end, they'd say, God, you called a timeout, and you came over, you just said one thing to them, and then that was it. Then you just let them kind of. What'd you say to him? I said, hey, just do as we practice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you prepare well and you practice, what more do you need to say during the game? But just do what we did all week long to get ready for it.
A lot of new numbers in there, which is awesome for the Spartans.
Number 12, is that Neild in the game?
That is Tyler Neild.
Yep. Just saw his dad in the store the other day, and
that's good.
All excited about his brother back down at Whitewater.
And you see the running back there is number 10? Owen Tran.
Yep. Owen Tran's actually had a chance to carry it. Well, he's only had one carry for 15 yards, but it was for a touchdown.
Yep.
I don't recall which game it was, but what a thrill for him. Well, but this hurt his average now. 2 carries and only 1 touchdown.
That 1-to-1 ratio right there.
Under 2 minutes to go. We're at $1:44 left to go in your ball game tonight. Again, boy, what a great opening night game this will be to remember on the new field.
Yes.
Soccer gets a win last night. Football a big win tonight. And Spartan Athletics having a good fall season here in a variety of sports. Again, it's been my pleasure here again tonight, Andrew, to have you on board. Boy, you make this so much easier for me to do this. I love it when John can't make it. Get tired of hearing my own self-talk on these. Especially going, did I really say that? Or, that didn't make any sense. Why?
Ooh. That was a big collision right there.
Yeah. What I was going to do, I was going to give some scores of some other games here quick before we get off. We're 7-0, 10-3, and then in a blowout, 30-3. So those are 3 other scores from the Rock Valley tonight.
Oh, nice.
The people are going, no teams. I know, that's part of that's my stupid humor, okay? And the fans are on their
Standing
feet.
up.
And they are thinking, boy, there is a new team in town here this year.
There is.
Wow, this was very impressive, very fun. I mean, what a great production crew that we have here again. Andrew A. Day, a great mastermind production here. It's great, Coach Ackley, again, reassuring his troops, hey, sportsmanship and that, it's always when you put a whooping on somebody, you got to make sure that everybody maintains their good sportsmanship and that, and got to love that out of leadership. So that's great. So, again, Andrew, 8A. Great production here again tonight. Smile and Ryan Denzer on the board. Wonderful. Benny Beck's on the camera. Super job. We're going to see you in a couple of weeks here for Bigfoot. Andrew, any closing comments that you'd like to put out here tonight?
No, I just thought, said it before, the Spartans executed their game plan, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And it's really a fun way to open up the new field for the first football game on the field with this victory against East Troy. Not just any Rock Valley team, but East Troy.
Right.
And the way that they did it as well too is very impressive. And now I think they sit alone on top of the Rock Valley Conference, which is really, really cool for these boys. So a lot of excitement, a lot of cool opportunities ahead of them, and let's see if we can keep the momentum rolling. So thanks again for having me come.
Yep. Thanks again, Andrew. Greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to say, and wrapping up here, the question's been answered tonight. It's going to be your McFarland Spartans who are going to sit atop the Rock Valley Conference after a 48-27 victory over previously undefeated East Troy here. So, boy, what an enjoyable contest. So again, in closing tonight, again, I feel honored and privileged to be able to bring you the efforts of your McFarland youth. Remember, they are McFarland, and you are McFarland Nation. So in signing off, this is Bill, the Big K Cather, saying stay healthy, stay positive, smile every day, and God bless you from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.